Alright, so hello everybody. This is my container garden. I'm making this video because I wanted to start making videos to give people information on different kinds of plants and tips on how to grow different kinds. I live in about the middle of Wisconsin on the edge of the Minnesota border, so fairly harsh climate for most plants. It's fairly warm right now. It's about 85 degrees, and in the winter it can get as low as -20 to even colder with wind chill. And these plants I basically grow whatever I want, and I can give you a few tips on how to grow certain things. So all these right up here in this big standing container are all pepper plants. Right on the end here are called giant yellow monster peppers. This pepper plant right here in the middle is a white Mira pepper. Then next in this row right here are white Mira peppers. And then right in here they're called habanada peppers. They're kind of a no heat habanero. Then on the very end right here, you can even see there are currently peppers on this one. This one is a hot cherry red peppers. And then in the back, the very, very tall one, that one is a hot cyan pepper plant. And you can see there's already a bunch of peppers showing up on there. I just need to wait for those to turn red. You got flowers everywhere. This plant right here is probably that's the tallest one, and that's about 3 feet tall. A lot of people say you have to have peppers really spread out. As you can see, mine are doing very good, and they're not spread out at all. They're very close together, as you can see in here. They're planted probably about 6 inches apart, and as you can see, they're doing great. The main reason why you have to separate plants is for nutrients, but if you fertilize enough and make sure there's plenty of water, you can have them as close as you want. Also on the sides, you can see got a bunch of leaf lettuce on both sides of the planter. And this planter's a special one. It has a water reservoir in the bottom, and right here is basically a float that tells me the water depth in the base of it, which will keep everything hydrated very well, so make sure that nothing dries out. So there's my most of my pepper plants. I got a few more over here, right down in here. These ones are a bunch of random hot peppers. I got a mystery seed pack that has 500 peppers in it, so we'll see what those are when they grow. So back over here, I have this little hanging pot. That plant is it's a pimento melon or pear melon, and that basically grows a bunch of little melons that are about the size of grapes. That's one of the more exotic ones. That one will be interesting to see grow. Doesn't normally grow around here. It has a longer season, but we'll see what happens with that, and it's more of a fun one there. Then this vine right in front right here is called a Kiwano melon, also known as a jelly melon. and they're kind of like yellow orange colored, spiky, really spiky melons, and they have a flavor of a little bit of cucumber and lime, and that's usually a very hot climate. I think they're usually grown in Africa. So we'll see if my season's long enough. Usually my season's about uh, end of May till about end of September if I'm lucky. So we'll see if that has a long enough season to produce fruit. I will keep on posting videos once a week to update everyone on how the plants are doing. So just subscribe, and you can keep on seeing more videos. I can give you more tips. So, and then right here, it's called a Mexican sour gherkin. This vine right here, also known as cucamelons. You can see there's some little flowers right there to grow some fruit. Very thin, long little vine. And I'm excited for that one. Those ones are basically little tiny cucumbers that have a little bit of a lime flavor to them. And then right here, this big cactus right here, that's a dragon fruit cactus, and it's doing very well in its little container I have down there. In the very back right here, this bush that's all over back here, that is a kiwi vine, and you can see there's vine all the way up here. It's just growing all over the place. There's some more right down here, then it's even growing up the back here. It's all over the place, and I'll show you more of that in a little bit when I walk down the stairs. But over here, these are some edamame soybeans. I thought those would be fun to grow this year, and as you can see, there's a few beans on it. They're doing pretty well. And over in the corner here, we have a passion fruit vine, and you can see there's a passion fruit growing right here. So even in Wisconsin here, I'm growing passion fruit, a very, very tropical vine. So, and you can see it stretches all the way onto the other side over there. And just around the stairs here, you can see the passion vine a little bit better as it just stretches all the way over there. Now I'll show you the kiwis, because I actually got a few of those growing down here. You can see right down here, there's some kiwis. Now this is a different type of kiwi. It's a more of a colder climate kiwi, a bit more cold tolerant for Wisconsin. And these little kiwis they stay green. They have an edible skin. They're not fuzzy. And they stay a lot smaller. They're also known as kiwi berries sometimes. Alright, then up here, as you can see in this pot right here, I have giant elephant ears. So those will go very, very big. And then all the other flowers that are around there, I got a seed pack that came with it. Just a random seed pack, and I just planted a bunch of seeds in. Probably a bit too many, but everything seems to be growing just fine. So it's a bunch of flowers growing around it. And currently there's about 3 different elephant ear plants. There's this main big one here. Then in the back, that's a leaf going down to another separate plant down there. And then way down here, there's a little tiny one right down there. Alright. Then next, I have my giant tomato plant right here, and it's called midnight tomatoes. You can see the tomatoes are really dark on top, and eventually those will turn nice and red, and they'll keep the black on top. Over here, this is a lot of vines. That's from a melon. It's called a Minnesota midget melon. And as you can see, that's doing really good. And it's very compact in there, but everything seems to be doing just fine, even though everything's right next to each other. Then this right here is called a dwarf tamarillo. That's a really tropical fruit, I guess. And I grew that one from seed along with most of these other plants. And then next to it, very, very spiky plant, full of lots and lots of thorns all over there, all over the stem, very, very spiky. It's called a Nargilla. I think they grow in Puerto Rico. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's growing here, so it's doing really good. Then over here are my fruit trees. This one in front here is a clementine tree. And then down here is a fig tree. I had some more figs over here. The taller one has lost all its leaves because the bottom of the pot ended up getting really clogged up and ended up basically drowning it. But as you can see, it's coming back to life and it's doing pretty good now. Then next over here, we have a pink variegated lemon tree. It's basically a yellow lemon that has green stripes on the outside and the pink on the inside. So, excited about that one. And where I've gotten most of my I've gotten trees from Home Depot. They seem to have a pretty good tree selection. Usually they get their fruit trees in around May. And then the other place I get my trees from are fastgrowingtrees.com. So that's a very good website to visit. They have a huge selection and the plants come in great condition. And then most of my other things like my vegetables and these two over here, my Tamarillo and Nargilla, I got all those seeds from a website called rareseeds.com. They have a huge selection online, and as you can see, everything is growing great. And the passion fruit, I also got that from Home Depot. Another thing is, most of these plants I planted, I started the seeds about the end of May, because I actually started them a lot earlier, but I went to plant them out in about the beginning of May. And then since this is Wisconsin, we had a crazy blizzard that actually killed most of my plants. The fruit trees survived, all the peppers, they survived, but the jelly melon and the cucamelon, my Nargilla and tomatillos, they all died. And so I had to restart the seeds about the end of May. And as you can see, they are doing great now. So we'll have to just see what happens there. And as you can see, this is just a huge container garden. Everything's in containers because I'm in a small basement apartment and I don't really have any other place to grow them. I do have some plants inside that I'll show you in my next video. But this is my container garden outside in a very compact space. And don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and I'll be posting a new updated video every week. So just subscribe and I can keep on posting videos. If you want, in the comments you can leave any questions you have, and I can try to answer those questions, and we'll just see where these videos goes. So everyone, have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching my video.